If you own some Tesla shares, now is a good time to hold on tight, because according to Jim Cramer, Tesla's long-term growth story is about to shake up the industry. In a piece, do you believe the Times article in which the UAW regional director says workers at Tesla are starting to think about organizing? Or is this just self-serving union commentary? I was talking to David about organizing, and we talked about organizing. Nothing. Tesla doesn't have much. What machines regulate? They talk to each other like the ones in NVIDIA. They have employees. They will be hiring more for the Cybertruck as they get going. This is right in action. Yes, it seems unlikely, I suspect. But it is unlikely that there will be. Yes, me. I agree with you, but I just want, this to be a real negative piece about the numbers. And if Tesla can rise on that, that means, what? We have finished eliminating all stocks in this market except for the refining companies. And so you see a scattering of them all over the Illinois suburbs. You're right. It is an impressive-looking SUV. Now, Randy, your final thoughts on this topic. And you have a deal for us at Rivian. Yes, again, they are very impressive. And they have some deep pockets behind them without a doubt, but not every company that starts in this position can sustain it in the long term. As Alex said, Tesla had a specialty. Jim Cramer, the American TV presenter and famous investor, spoke on his show Mad Money, once again about the benefits of looking at Tesla from a long-term perspective. Cramer is a big fan of the stock market and is no doubt a Tesla enthusiast. In a previous statement about Tesla, the analyst reiterated his bullish stance on Tesla, describing how the automaker will have a profitable future. Today, we'll dive into some cool updates from Tesla and see how far this automaker has come in achieving its goal of sustainability. So, if you're a Tesla investor, this is a video you don't want to miss. Let's get started. She says they lose $32,000 on every car they sell. Well, that's a scary statistic, but all it means is that they need to increase production to get both to achieve profitability. Correct. You are right. And again, everything Alex said again is very accurate. I am a car enthusiast. I follow the auto industry closely. I've had it my whole life, but it's a very impressive car. If you've had the chance to see one, you haven't had the chance to drive it. But I took a closer look at one of them and read a lot about it. It's very impressive. But what we have to remember is that they're not just competing with the likes of the Ford F-150 Lightning or perhaps the Tesla Cybertruck if and when that comes along. They actually compete with all the trucks out there, most of which are gas-powered, and truck drivers are probably less likely to switch to something electric than car people. But you're right, there you just can't deny the basics. They learn. They earn it all or, I'm sorry, they lose close to $1 billion every quarter, depending on who you ask. They're losing between $30,000, as I said, to over $100,000 per vehicle. Now, interesting. It's a good sign when long-term critics of a stock eventually become big advocates of its growth, usually followed by the release of a massive catalyst for that growth. However, it is impressive and necessary to note that even though Cramer was a Tesla fan, he was always very bullish on other automakers like Ford. In August 2022, a Jim Cramer and Fast Money halftime report panel compared Tesla, GM, and Ford, and at the time, Cramer didn't hesitate to state that Ford remained one of his favorite stocks. However, Tesla has found a way to become one of investors' current favorite stocks. According to Cramer, there will be significant growth in Tesla's stock price in the coming years. Hi Ron, welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. There's been a lot of growth news for Tesla lately. First, it has been reported that Tesla's Cybertruck will see between 100,000 to 120,000 deliveries in 2024 and 240,000 to 260,000 deliveries in 2025. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo of TF International Studies, one of Apple's most respected analysts, expects shipments to begin Tesla Cybertruck coming later this year. Next year, though, he believes only about 100 to 200 units will likely be delivered to consumers. Apple's chief analyst also noted that Tesla's Cybertruck could become a major contributor to Tesla's financial situation, adding that the innovative design of the Cybertruck could keep it competitive until 2030. Without a doubt, it is clear that the Cybertruck will be a major contributor in Tesla revenues and profits for years to come, and this contribution is expected to remain unaffected by seasonality or economic downturn for the foreseeable future. Before we continue, if you like this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to stay up to date with everything going on with Tesla. Tesla's low-cost electric car is already on the way, and according to Musk's biographer, Walter Isaacson, there's a $25,000 car, and the company's custom robot will feature a futuristic design inspired by the Cybertruck. Likewise, Tesla confirmed significant progress in producing 4,680 battery cells at its Gigafactory in Texas. The automaker announced that it produced the first batch of 4,680 cells that met performance and cost targets. These cells are expected to power the upcoming Cybertruck and Semi models, as well as improve the range and efficiency of their current vehicles. Tesla has also launched the Model 3 and Model Y housings in the US for the first time ever, offering 7 new colors, including matte black, satin gold, and electric blue. Given the recent competition in the auto industry, many analysts have compared Tesla to some of its competitors, including Rivian, and at first glance, the sheer number of new startups and legacy automakers entering the market would make it reasonable to assume that Tesla's dominance has weakened over the years. But this is not the case. In the first 6 months of U.S. electric vehicle sales in 2023, Tesla outsold its next 19 competitors, with 325,291 vehicles sold. Tesla outperformed its closest competitor, Chevrolet, with only 31,000 cars, and Rivian, with only 17,969 cars. Undoubtedly, in the third quarter of 2022, Rivian manufactured 7,363 vehicles and delivered just over 6,500 vehicles, and since then, these numbers have increased to 16,300 vehicles produced and 15,564 vehicles delivered in the third quarter of 2023, which indicates an increase of more than 120%. However, compared to Tesla's 435,059 vehicles delivered and 430,488 vehicles produced last quarter, Rivian has come a long way before it can be considered a competitor. It is worth noting that Tesla has been producing vehicles for more than 20 years, and Rivian has been in the business for only about half that, so it is only expected that Tesla will maintain a high profile. But what about finances? Rivian recently broke the $1 billion mark for the first time in its history, and while that's an impressive feat, it's nowhere near what Tesla made from $21 billion from ATVs alone in the second quarter of this year. Adding to the disparity between the two, Tesla's mastery of the manufacturing process and ability to mitigate costs has helped it have some of the highest gross profit margins in history. Although Tesla's historic price cuts last year made their presence felt, the company still boasts a healthy margin of 18%. Comparing Tesla to Rivian might be a bit unfair. It would be like comparing an amateur boxer to a heavyweight champion. It's not even close in every measurable aspect. Tesla beats Rivian. While the idea of Rivian being an up-and-coming startup with untapped potential is undoubtedly compelling, it comes with enormous risks. Investors often forget that companies like Rivian, and Tesla to some extent, still have plenty of room to grow. Thanks to its commitment to investing in R&D in its own products, Tesla continues to push, develop, and integrate new technology into its business models. The most noteworthy addition is the application of artificial intelligence to achieve autonomous driving. Tesla hasn't eliminated drivers yet. The development of the FSD has made a significant impact on its progress this year, and according to Elon Musk, once Tesla's FSD becomes more capable, he plans to create a robotaxi company, which will have almost infinite demand. Musk believes that the launch of a self-driving taxi service will be talked about for years from now, and will make it a $10 trillion company. Seasoned investors like Jim Cramer know that only a few companies offer investors the combination of financial strength, industry dominance, and long-term potential that Tesla does. These investors are seizing the opportunity. What do you think? Tell us about it below in the comments section. And if you want to learn more about what Tesla has been doing over the past few days, go ahead and click this next video on your screen. See you there.